Welcome to the August 19th meeting of the Waterboro Town Council. Everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And welcome. We have no public hearings this evening. Any announcements from the board?
I have none.
Gary?
Just want to re-announce the next Wednesday, which is going to be September 5th, I believe. Am I right?
Hold on, I'll tell you the second.
I'm trying to get my calendar.
9th.
9th. All right. September 9th at the Lions Club, noon time.
Okay.
Menu to be decided.
All right. Anything, Matt? I'm good. Any additions or deletions to the agenda? We do have an appointment, contract deputy, the new contract deputy that's serving on the second shift, I guess. And he must have been tied up. Any public comment, John or Glenn? John or Glenn?
We should have had you guys sit up here.
Correspondence, we've got financial reports, the water district minutes from May through July 16th, motor vehicle report for July. Reports and staff initiatives, counselor reports. Gary, anything?
I don't have anything this month.
Dwayne?
Nothing.
I'm good as well. We'll throw it over to the town manager.
A couple things for you. We've been talking about it, but no updates from Ben McCall regarding the ongoing Secocas Trail issue. Still being the consent agreement is being drafted. I know it's on the agenda here later on too, I guess, but there's a quick update. The county manager, we have not heard back other than the initial proposal for a flat rate for deputies and using FEMA rates per vehicle per hour. The estimate for the two would be about $360,000 for the year, which is significantly higher than we had last year and about $160,000 more than we budgeted because of what we've been averaging for the past 5 years. We did receive a dividend check reimbursement from Maine Municipal for our property and casualty for good performance and loss prevention efforts for just under $3,000.
What do you do with that?
It goes back to the insurance line.
Okay.
Public Works garage updates project obviously was awarded, and you folks voted on that on August 5th. The PATCO financing's in progress. Once we have that secured, we'll be able to sign the contract, and then we're still hopeful for work to begin mid to late fall of 2025. I did have a brief discussion with the resident, Landon Pellion, if I said his last name correctly. He has a desire to explore the potential for a skate park and wants to do volunteer fundraising, have a committee or some sort. And I believe he's looking at, asking about having it at Friendship Park. I would suggest that we have staff have an initial conversation or discussion with him if you feel this is something that you'd like to explore further. I'm not sure if we have the adequate space at Friendship Park for
Well, that's what I was going to say.
that type of
What we have
park.
left for room over there?
You're probably into the wood line someplace. Depending what size it is, I did a little bit of research, and I think he's looking at initial, it's called a half pipe or an 8x16 initially. He sent me some pictures of a much larger setup. I think we should see it either like the YMCA or I believe Standish may have one, and there's another one, but there's a significant cost to that.
Standish is a pretty good size.
Is it? Yeah. You know, I did a little bit of research on them. I think they're quite common in municipalities that they're around.
Somebody donated that, I believe, up to Standish. It was quite a bunch of money, but it was.
And I think maybe it's a good time for us to have that conversation about maybe down the road of what else can we do to Friendship Park if we can make it a little bit bigger out back and, you know, kind of set.
Well, you
looking at-
mentioned like a splash pad, like, there's one in Saco.
Yeah, so-
It's small, but the kids have a ball on it.
Yeah,
So
you're running out of room down there.
Right.
it's getting very tight.
Yeah.
We,
You know, we obviously,
How far back can we go, do you have an idea?
the land trust owns everything out back.
Yeah,
well, we have, what is it, about 75? It's not, we don't have a lot. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Just
wet.
a strip of land
Jeff-
out there is the
Jeff-
point.
Jeff Daniels owns everything out behind Friendship Park,
Right behind it.
yeah. And the land trust is off to the, property behind Hannah Drive or whatever the case between Jim Cowell's property and the, Hannah Drive, all that development.
And I think that kind of goes in line with what the letter we sent to the property owner here off Mossby Hill Road a couple months ago.
yeah, yeah.
You know, down the road, but, and obviously Council Fecto mentioned about the splash pad. He'd asked about the pad that was installed in Saco. Recreation Director Smith is looking into that. He actually had some information preliminary.
Uh-huh.
He was getting the specs on that to see what it was, but it was,
Good.
again, a similar size
Yeah.
footprint, maybe a little bit
Yeah.
smaller.
Yeah.
But it looked interesting. So hopefully we have that soon. In your shared folder, I did drop a document today from Steve Everett, for you to be able to read, but he has submitted a follow-up to his previous suggestion regarding changes in the F&A AR zone, that he'd like to amend that for a different option, from changing it from 5 acres to 3 acres and reducing the setbacks only. Again, that's in your folder.
Didn't they just pass that 5?
So, his previous request went to the planning board, they had an informational session, and because it was overwhelming response of people they weren't interested, I don't think that's going anywhere
Oh,
at this
come on
point.
in. Come on in. Come on in.
That's not going anywhere at this point,
I
so,
thought Angela just told me that that had gone through.
so I think that maybe what you're talking about is the dwelling, the dwelling changes for, which you can have for ADUs on property.
Oh.
So the state's change is an ADU that you can have, which we don't have sewer and water everywhere, but in areas that have sewer and water, you can have up to 4 dwellings. And it looks
Okay.
like the way it's probably gonna be languaged is that a regular lot, you know, will be able to have 3 ADUs on a property.
Oh, okay.
Originally, you had to occupy the property, however, moving forward, you won't have to be the only, an occupant of the property.
Gotcha.
So, if you guys are okay with it, do you wanna just send that to the planning board? Or
Yeah.
do you have to have that as a separate vote?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Let
I
them
think,
let them do the homework.
yeah, my guess is that we probably should have a vote to send it to the planning board.
You want us to add that to the next agenda then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
HVAC Town Hall still in progress, we're waiting proposals. And we'll certainly have it as pending items to look into is the potential corrections for the charter, section 703 of the language. And we obviously didn't have time for November. And Council Effectives already talked to the Lions Club on September 9th.
Okay?
Any questions for me?
Fire truck.
That's out of order too.
Okay.
Two things on the fire truck. Our tanker has a bad turbo, and that will be between $8,000 and $10,000 for the repair of the turbo. So that will be out of service for 8 to 10 days or a little bit longer.
Who fixes that?
Right now it's at Jason's garage. Jason's, up on 117, it's in Hollis.
Oh, yeah, Jason, yeah.
Jason's garage. So that's up there for repair.
And he's gonna do the job?
That's where it is right now, yeah. That's the plan. He's been doing a lot, between him and Layton's have been doing our truck work lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got,
Okay. Welcome to Waterboro. You have any comments that you want to share with us, or?
How's things out there? Busy as usual, or?
Busy and understaffed.
Oh, yeah, of course. They go together. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Any problem areas? People complaining?
Plenty of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Within Waterboro, it's
It's always the same people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, oh yeah, come on,
That's what I'm saying.
the table so
Good
you
up.
you can
Is
get
this
a,
all, is this all in line right now?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Great. I don't know if I need a microphone.
You are famous now.
no, you're all set.
Yeah, so, I've been around here for five years.
yeah,
So,
good,
it's usually the same people driving complaints, but
yeah,
as far as the criminals go, most of them are.
oh yeah,
They're not very good at hiding, so.
yeah, yeah, sure, yeah. You got any boating complaints? I know we've
Voting
funneled them
complaint
off.
fall into the jurisdiction of the
Wardens.
service.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if we had got any, because I know the lake's been real busy this year.
Any complaint would be fielded by Augusta, which
Yeah.
would get
Oh, okay.
dispatched to
Yeah.
our system.
True.
So,
Yeah, that's true, yeah. That's good. Good.
How many hours are we getting in?
How many hours?
Yeah, to the town of Waterboro in the 40 hours.
Last week I had to put in, we were running 3 guys on shifts, so I had to cover more towns, so that charge goes back to the sheriff's office for those hours.
He can't hear you apparently.
Audio tech guy.
And out of the 40, how often were you not able to serve the town?
Well, I know my experience as Waterboro contract guy, I mean, this has been a week, so, but I can speak for the other deputies that it's quite often, nightly.
But you said that last week you couldn't do a 40-hour week because you guys were,
Well, I did 40 hours, so of those 40 hours,
Yeah.
2 of those days we had 3 people working for the
Yeah.
entire county.
yeah,
So me being a contract, those 2 other guys would have had to work 2 extra towns.
right,
So instead of having that be an officer safety risk,
yeah,
I have to pick up 2 towns.
no.
So for
Says who?
those hours that I was running 3
Says-
towns,
Says who that you have to pick up the 2 extra towns?
my boss.
In which towns did you cover that day?
Alfred, Lyman, and Rundle, Waterboro. So pretty vast area.
Any other questions?
No,
Comments?
nothing's changed.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
If you have anything from us, let us know.
absolutely. I'm Alex, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
Alex.
So I should have led with that, but public speaking's never.
that's right.
He has about another 20 minutes upon the podium. He's going to.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
All right, well, if you guys got any other questions, just, you know where I'll be, so.
sure. Yeah,
Cool. Thank you.
all right,
See
Thank you.
thanks for coming.
Thanks for
Thank you
coming.
guys, have a good night.
You too.
All right, we have no new business, old business, just update on the contract
And
deputies.
nothing back from them. Waiting to hear from county manager. And he was going to have a conversation with the sheriff last I knew. That was that was a week ago. Just over a week ago.
Okay.
No. I told the county manager, we are budgeted, we have a $200,000 budget.
Yep.
So we just heard, again, that nothing's changed with the coverage for the town.
But there again, they ain't gonna, till they can hire somebody, they ain't gonna be able to change it, so.
Okay.
That's
So,
out of 2 sheriffs, we're getting roughly 40 or 45 hours a week,
out of 2 of them,
out of 2,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
so it boils down
And the
to.
only way they're gonna change it is if the county hires 2 or 3 more men for rural patrol.
But are we talking at $300 and whatever $1,000 a year? Is this the deal?
No.
So that's the original the feedback from the county manager was to go to a flat rate
Right.
per deputy at 60. The original number was $65 an hour. And so if you take 65 with 2 deputies at 40 hours,
Sure.
and then the per hour use for the cruiser, or a cruiser at $21.99 is what the FEMA rate was. That's what, 44,000 a year, less any hours, and not in Waterboro. I'm not sure how they're gonna track that. We don't have a way to track it, and whatever, I don't know those logistics yet. So that price was about 360,000.
Right.
I said, well, we budgeted 200,000 because that's what we've been using on an average for the past 5 years.
Right.
And even though we upped it a couple of years ago when we started having conversations, said, yeah, we're gonna be in Waterboro, Well, the estimates they provided us is because, and just, I don't know about him, for example, because we haven't seen his rates yet, we wouldn't see that, because he was assigned versus they didn't have anybody put in for the positions. But if he doesn't take benefits from from the county, then his rate would be lower. So his rate would, his hourly rate is different because of his benefits.
The longer he's been here, the
And someone that's been here
more money
longer
it is,
they're
so.
more per hour. But if the person changes tomorrow and they take health insurance and all the other benefits, then our cost per hour goes up. Obviously, he's not gonna be at $65 an hour, so if we go with a flat rate, it's either gonna be a win for them or a win for us, one or the other. It's,
We're ultimately gonna push back and say, we wanna keep it the same.
Right.
And if we gotta buy another cruiser, then we'll buy another cruiser.
yeah.
But
The sad part is our cruiser, he's got a car,
Yeah.
and it's our car. Got Waterboro on it,
Right.
but he's covering 2 or 3 more towns. And that cruiser, as he just said, went to Arundel 2 or 3 times. Went to Alfred or, surrounding towns that he was covering. So, the mileage is going up and up and up and up. And then before, when we had the other 2 sheriffs working, they both lived just over the border into Oxford County or Cumberland County. So the car was going home, which was getting another 20, 40 miles a day just to get to and from work. And that's the union that is pushing that, because the union,
well,
Got the-
everybody's got a car.
I
Yeah.
did ask
Every
that
deputy's got
Yeah,
a
but
car.
it's part of the issued equipment in the car.
Yeah.
in the draft contract we sent, I used the same template we had from previous year.
Yep.
What I did take out of it was that we supply 1 car, the county supply 1 car.
Right.
And that was because this, when the sheriff was here, said that the school pays for the cruiser and that anything outside of the normal county budget, that, that entity would have to pay for, which we learned that the school does not pay for either one of the cars for them. So we said, make this, we'll pay for a car, you pay for a car. If they reject, obviously, they didn't like that, obviously. I thought that was being fair based on what he's mentioning here was that if that car is out, that it can be a little bit more of a wash, to saying, hey, we need to be done, we can't police the car thing, and move on from that, but, so time will tell and we'll see how it shakes out.
and this kind of falls into, when we had the elections, we had 2 outside deputies at the school, and ours were down to linemen with our names on both cars. So, wasn't quite right, but,
It's frustrating to say the least,
yeah.
that we can't get what we're contracted for.
And that was the other thing we put in the draft or the concept, the new one, or the updated ones, for elections, or the annual election meeting in June, and other state or local referendum elections, to make sure we include that, and our community event. We did add that in there. And that was language actually that we pulled because it was in the contracts for the other towns as well.
Right. So we'll see where this goes.
In the old home days, I don't know how many we paid for, but we had plenty down there,
Too many.
yeah.
Too
And,
many.
they flooded the parking lot with them.
All right. Other business, discuss vote to accept the minutes of the August 5th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Pending decisions, we're all set. Week's action list, discussion of agenda items. We're gonna bring Steve Everett's request, a second request back, to discuss that. Nothing needing signature. So I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
If I don't second it, we'll have to stay here for a few minutes.
You better second.
Second.
All those in favor? Good night.